academia, what are recent findings showing? That research employing generative artificial intelligence is expanding across fields, and it is accelerating and transforming scientific knowledge. And the integration of generative AI into academic research is characterized by a wide range of attitudes, perceptions, and practices. As we could see from the poll, we all had very diverse ideas about what we felt about AI. So these kind of attitudes vary from enthusiastic adoption. So I'm sure some of you over here have very enthusiastic adopters of AI. Some are cautious and some are totally skeptical against it. It's natural. We are all human. We all have different views towards it. There's no right or wrong. But we have to face the facts. As of 2026, AI has touched 70% of journals. It is boosting speed, but it is affecting trust. We have some trust issues. There are AI plagiarism issues. There are paper mills. It's so easy to generate a fake paper, to generate fake references. So things are moving really, really rapidly. When used ethically and responsibly, it can be a game changer. And especially for countries like India, where many of us are not very fluent with the language, with AI assistance, you can write better. And overall, we need to have balanced insights so that we can use it ethically and responsibly. Adaptation has always been the price of survival. So technology will not stop for anyone who finds it inconvenient. So basically, the laggards who shun technology, they will struggle. But people, early adopters, they adopt and adapt to these new technologies, and they will truly be successful as long as it is used correctly. So in a recent study, I'll share the link with you later. It's by Anderson et al. From 2025. They did a survey in a large number of researchers, and they found that AI adoption, the percentage of it was determined by discipline and seniority and not by gender. So men and women tend to use AI in a similar manner. And junior researchers have a higher AI adoption. I think that's quite expected. Whereas the more senior ones are very wary of it and are very slow to adopt it. Disciplines, if you look at it, humanities and arts tends to lag, whereas all the technical and quantitative sciences are quick to adopt it, which is also something that one could imagine happening. But people in the humanities are also slowly waking up and realizing that they could benefit from AI tools as well. Anderson et al. Further found that across demographics, certain tasks are considered good practice to use AI and certain are in the red zone. So what are the green zones? As some of you also showed, language editing seems to be the highest. And reference formatting, which is it's a very drudgery task. So reference formatting is also there. Interestingly, these people in this study, many of them use it for code generation, which I didn't see in today's survey, but it could be because very few of people in the life sciences may not be using it as much, or humanities may not be using it as much as, say, computer sciences. Pattern recognition also, people are using AI. So supporting statistical data, identifying patterns in large data sets. To do it manually is very difficult. With a little AI assistance, it helps you find patterns or trends. The red zones that are considered off limits or which could lead to rejection in the peer review stage is not just peer review, actually using AI to peer review papers is considered a big no-no. Now, the problem is that peer review is an unpaid task and researchers want to just get it off their hands. So they are using peer review without realizing that it is highly unethical, because you are a peer reviewer. What a human can find, an AI tool will not find. You are an expert in that field. You have been called upon to provide your insights. So using AI exclusively for peer review is wrong. Secondly, what happens is that you are uploading someone else's work to an AI tool. So you are affecting the privacy of their and confidentiality of their work. So that's another reason why it is considered unethical. Using AI to design experiments, so methodology, experimental parameters, those kind of things, you should not use AI. Again, because this is where human critical thinking is very, very important. Similarly, creating theoretical frameworks based on AI could also create problems, because this is where you want to show your human input, your critical thinking is showcased in these three aspects: that's peer review, experimental design, and frameworks. And there, if you're going to be using AI, then basically the paper is, it's not based on your work as a researcher. Other aspects which are not in the in this particular paper, but I have added them, is using AI to create images, so, or synthetic data to generate fake data or fake images. That is a big no-no. And if you are using AI in any term, in any way, and not disclosing it, that is also another problem. So we are going to be talking about disclosure as well. Anderson et al., again, in the same study, they said that among researchers, there are three categories. One category, they use AI as a workhorse. So to do tedious tasks, formatting, editing, using or generating code, but no creative work. Language assistance is, they're only using it for refining the language or transcribing interviews, translation, editing, formatting. And then the third category, they are more forward looking. They are using AI as a research accelerator. So they are using it for brainstorming. So just to generate a bunch of ideas from which then you use your critical thinking and then you build on it. Generating drafts or outlines based on your thoughts. You give certain prompts and basically it's a brainstorming kind of exercise. So you could be doing that with a peer or another researcher. You could even do that with AI. So this was according to this particular paper, but all of us have our different perceptions and attitudes into how we can use AI.